with a voice. She had 2 children with ADHD, and she took the time out to help educate me and show me how to educate myself to get the things I needed to do for my son. And I'm saying all this is because that if you do not educate yourself, then you do not know how to help your child. It doesn't matter if it's medical driven or school driven. And this is all the things I speak about in my book. And this is one of the reasons why I wrote my book, but I had to wait a couple years because my son was not happy about his disorder. So I had to wait until he started talking about it to other children. He was doing charity work and things of that nature. And so once he started talking about it, then I knew it was okay for me to write about it. Because he's dealing with the children, so I felt like I need to deal with the parents. So once I did all of that, I was able to get the school on board, put him in a school where as though he will go to a school where they specialize with children with ADHD. And that took some of the pressure off of me because they wasn't calling me every 5 minutes. But it wasn't until I educated myself. So I really just wanted to just beg parents just to say it's a lot of things going on. I understand it's hard out here. I understand you have to work 2 and 3 jobs, but the children don't ask to be here. We have to educate ourselves on if they're trying to go to college, you still have to educate yourself anyway. Because how you know which college is the best college for your child? I took 20 something more credits than I needed because I didn't know. Nobody ever taught me, what I needed to do for the school. So I'm saying it doesn't matter whatever it is. You still need to educate yourself and just be there. Just be there and be supportive. Support your neighbors. What happened to the generation where the neighbors, everybody stick together? Everybody is on their own now. Now you're seeing shootings and killings and everything else because nobody is sticking together. Relationships is everything. Just like Janice said, it doesn't matter. And your friendships and your relationships and your business. I met Janice through someone else. And meeting her, we stayed in contact. We stayed in contact with each other, and now I'm here. And we're going to continue to stay in contact with each other. But your character, your morals, your integrity, your relationships, all that matters to the young folks. Your character, your morals, and integrity is everything. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Be respectful. Be honest. That's very important. Your first impression is everything. Your spirit, people can see through that. They can see through fake. They can see through phony. So I'm here to say, I'm as humble as I can be. And I ask God to make me more humble. Because your relationships is everything. It's not always about money. At all. I do things for charity all the time. Because guess what? When I go to that charity event, sometimes I meet people who want to hire me to do stuff. You just never ever know who you're meeting. So I just want to thank everyone, for being here. I just want to thank you so much. I love you to death, Janice. Thank all of y'all for all your support of Empire. If you watch it, if you talk about it, if you don't talk about it, thank you. I just want to thank you all for your support and thank you for having me here. Enjoy your evening. And please don't forget what I say, parents. Please, our children need us. Our children need us. And don't think because my son is where he is, his ADHD went away. No. No, it magnified. I stay on my hands and knees praying to God. I pray for coverings. I ask, the first thing I say when people say, oh, your son is so handsome. No, pray for him. Pray for him. Keep him covered in the word of Jesus. Please, cover him. There's a lot going on right now. So keep us covered. Keep us in your prayers. Stick by your children. Your character, your morals, and your integrity. You and I talked. Keep that intact. And whatever your religion is, you stay on that first. I always put God first. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Andrea Mayberry. Miss Barry cares. Don't sit down though. We want to give you something. So I want to introduce this lady. Has been like my queen. I want to thank all these wonderful women that have been helping and working with me. I've been making them a little bit crazy. Miss Rhonda, Shelley McDuffie. Let's put our hands together. Listen, y'all gotta clap twice for her, right? You don't have to, but I'd like you to. Let me tell you, all the programs, just the order of the show, just amazing. So I want to introduce her to you, and I want to thank Miss Vanessa Purnell, who's out in the lobby. Thank you, Miss Vanessa Purnell. Thank you to Miss Melinda Pearson. Yes. All right.
Oh, we're getting it together. Thank you, Andrea. Before you leave, we wanted to award you as our honoree. She has accomplished so much, and it's such a vital discussion around ADHD right now. It is so critical. My grandson, who has ADHD, and his mother goes through so much for him. Of course, I'm old school like granddaddy. I'm ready to pull out the belt. But I had to learn I can't always do that. Maybe once a year. But anyway, but it's so critical how we deal with them and know that there's not just, they're being bad. There's some underlying issues that we must address. So we wanted to honor you tonight. Janice, thank you so much for all your work. And Janice decided these are women she wanted to honor for their great work that they're doing. And what better month to have it than Women's History Month? You are making history. And we're so proud of you from afar, from where you are, and we thank you. And we wanted to just give you a little token to celebrate that. Come on, let's celebrate her this evening. I thank Janice. Sure, God bless you. Janice has been so instrumental in being a blessing to me. And I came to the very first black tie, red, look, y'all help me out, red carpet, black tie gala 6 years ago at the theater. And when she and I connected over the phone last year, I'm like, your name sure sounds familiar. I believe we've met before. And we reconnected, and she helped me out at my girls' event. So I was honored to support this event because it's so vital. I've had a business called Quad Creations Events over the past 21 years, and we work behind the scenes, logistics liaison, work behind the scenes so that you can shine out front. And so that's our job here tonight, is to support Janice's work, and to also award some other women and honor them for the work that they have been doing over the past 2 years, whether they've been in business 1 year, 10 or 20, they're making an impact in their own industry. So we want to take a minute to recognize Marilyn Pierre for the work she's doing in the legal field. So she is our Legal Impact Award honoree. And just a little bit about her. Of course, my phone is over there, and she emailed me her bio. But she's been in the legal field for more than 27 years. She's also a judge-elect. Thank you so much. She's also a judge-elect. And her practices in the areas of family, give me 1 second, technology at its finest. And she's been practicing law for over 27 years, and her areas of practice include family law, business law, wills, and probate. She has represented many clients whose cases have set precedents in Maryland. She's the past president of the J. Franklin Bourne Bar Association, Maryland's largest and most active specialty bar association. She's also a 3-time winner of the Daily Records Maryland's Top 100 Women, and has been admitted to the Daily Records Maryland's Top 100 Women. She's been married to Reno Pierre Lewis for over 25 years. Raise your hand. They have 2 sons and a daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate Marilyn. And she's also receiving the JMD Legal Impact Award tonight. We honor you, and we thank you so much. Director Rhodes.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, Janice. We all would not be here if it weren't for you. You are doing such a terrific job. And it is so nice to have the support of the community here. Everybody who is here, we thank you, because without you being here, Janice and everybody else would not be as successful. And we also want to welcome you and give you a chance to help us congratulate you as well, because we know that a lot of people are saying nice things about us, but we know that a lot of nice things could be said about you too. And so don't be shy. This is not the time to be modest. Tell us about yourselves as well, because we are all excellent and we need to celebrate each other's excellence.
Wow. Thank
You can see why she's the winner at so many things. God bless you. Thank you so much. We also wanted to honor Sheila Brown, who has Sheila's information on it. Sheila Brown, I'll talk from my heart, because I've done work with Sheila over the past 3 years, I think, maybe, yeah, maybe four. She is a playwright, she's a producer, thank you so much. And she is the owner of and CEO of Boz Productions. She created the company back in 2009 and with the hopes to provide high quality entertainment and provide a platform for aspiring actors. She's written several plays and produced 12 productions, and she's currently working on several projects. And you saw one of her newest projects a few minutes ago, The BP Squad, with girls who rule the world. So Sheila, at this moment, we'd like you to come forward to receive your award of appreciation. Give her a hand as she comes. And it looks like you have a little presentation of your own. Would you like to say a few words? Yes, in a few minutes, we're also going to see a clip of her work.
We're going to come back to that at the end. Coffee, y'all. Hi, I wrote a speech, everyone. This is my Oscar. Don't play the music on me, okay? Okay. Wow. Media Impact Award. I'm a ball of emotions right now. I'm nervous, I'm excited, and happy. I'm truly thankful for being recognized this evening for what I'm contributing to the arts. First, I'd like to thank God. Without him, this would not be possible. I want to thank my husband, Gary, 30 years, my son and daughter for their love and support. I want to thank my mom and my entire family and friends. The other part is about the piece. I'm going to skip that until later. But special thanks also to the Boz Production cast and crew. I'll just talk about the piece anyway. The snippet that you will watch was a production from last October. I came up with the title, It Could Happen on Any Given Day, because I wanted to bring light to the seriousness of bullying and the growing violence in the workplace. The world that we live in has changed so much. Just treat one another with love and respect. And lastly, I want to thank you, Janice, McLean Deluxe, for this special award, and thank you, DMV, for your continued support.
We gotta organize this, so okay.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. Here's your award. Thank you. Yay! So can we get, yeah.
They get, act like they belong.
Last but not least, Miss Cynthia Zarza. been talking in the background on Facebook. She's called me a couple times, and I'm like, I'm not Janice, I'm just using her account. But she was determined to reach Janice. Janice said, we talked today. I said, okay, well, she called me. So last night, I'm a church girl. Last night, Wednesday night service, just as we got up to pray, my phone rang. I said, oh yeah, that's probably my phone. And I think I know who it is. And when I looked, it was you. But when you have that excitement and that gratitude and that appreciation, you just want to connect. And so she kept reaching out to Janice because she valued what was happening. And so we applaud you for your work with Zeba Models, Zeba International, Zeba Skincare. And we value the contributions that you're making and to celebrate all women. And so without further ado, I didn't get your bio, but like I said, you have a skincare line, and you're winning the Global Impact Award for the work that you're doing internationally. And we know that is not an easy task. Awesome, awesome. And so, without further ado, thank you so much, Cynthia. And please have a few words with me.
Thank you so much. One more time, I am here to support Janice. Janice is a great woman. And I am here because also I would like to say thank you to her. She is so nice to participate. I organize a big event for a woman that from 30 years and up. So, and Janice and Taisha, she participated, and it was amazing experience for her. So I would like to maybe for this year, we also organize a big event, and I would like to invite everybody, if it is possible. The winner, we take 4 ladies to India for Miss Universe India. So Mrs. Universe India is a big event for a woman because basically what we do is help to the woman to put yourself in up after 40, 50 years. So maybe you can tell a little bit of the experience about the event.
Well, my experience last year with Cynthia and the Miss International, women from Bolivia, Spain, Cuba, South America, Africa, South Africa, from every continent, El Salvador, every continent, there were women at this event. Being a part of that event, even though, as Janice was saying earlier today about different cultures and being around different women, what I learned the most about that is that, of course, we were all women, but we all had a language barrier, but we all had everything in common. We all wanted to be great. We all wanted to be beautiful. We all wanted to be acknowledged for our services, not only just to the community, but also to our family and even to ourselves. And we learned something, well, I know I learned something in between that, is how to make healthy decisions when you're having people that's in your circle. So I appreciate the relationship, the community that Cynthia has provided. She has provided a platform. She's also the owner of Miss?
Yeah, Mrs. DC International, and now I buy the franchise for a Mrs. Universe India. So now I'm going to India in October. And also, I bring an account for Janice. This is with crystal and gold cover, so this is very good for her. She is a wonderful woman, and I love her. Thank you so much. And also I bring this other pendant. Is a big, beautiful jewelry. So maybe for her business, she can do as a raffle to collect some money for her. So I bring this for her also. Thank you so much. Everybody are welcome for this event in October. With Janice, we will make more information. Thank you so much one more time, and I really appreciate it.
Isn't that wonderful? Thank you so much, Cynthia. Cynthia Zarzar, everybody.
Put everybody together, plus we gotta give you your award, and I'm gonna tell you the report, yeah.
little girls at? Can we get our little girls?
All right,
Can we get all the little girls come up here with us in a minute?
all right. Here we go. One more. Now all the little girls.
We got little girls in here. Where all these little girls at?
What are little girls?
Sorry.
All
Wait,
right,
what we
here
looking
we
at?
go.
We all-
Looking at
okay,
me.
which camera?
This one over here.
That's right.
One more. Now you can look where you want to look.
You know.
One round of applause for our honorees tonight.
Some more. We good.
I'm gonna turn the mic back over to Janice.
Okay,
Nothing on my watch.
so let's put our hands together for all of our women. And can I just ask you guys to do something? We're gonna do something really interesting in a minute. So just give me 1 second. Can I get all of our award winners back up here, please? Judge Pierre, Stephanie Kirby, and Cynthia Zarzar, and I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Miss. They over there doing selfies.
I got them too.
All right, so let's do this real quick. We want all of our award winners, Cynthia, and then we're going to hear from Jasmine. Let's get all of our award winners up here. No, wait, no, put her in the middle. No, I don't want to do the crowns and see this, put myself out photo. We're going to do it myself. Look out,
Can we separate the bread? One on each
Alternate the
end.
legs.
Yeah, put a bread on each end. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. There we go. All right. All right. Look at the camera lenses.
take these pictures while we're doing this. We need this.
Wait a minute, I'm shaking.
Here we go.
I think I got it. Hey, brother, keep still. Respect your
Oh, yeah, so thank you. Okay, all right, everybody. This is one. All right.
Yeah. That's what you want.
It's more natural.
It is. It is. It just made us laugh before you took the picture. So.
Somebody took a flash.
Okay, everybody. So we're gonna do this, and then the next thing we're gonna do, let's stand up for a minute. Let's stand up. The kids said, hallelujah. Glad they know Jesus. So, I want to introduce you to Jasmine Watt Barrientos. Hold on 1 second before we do that. But I want you to turn to your right or to your left and introduce yourself to one person in the room tonight. Real brief, real brief. Find out what they're doing, who they are. I can't
Next time. Alright, I broke the rule.
Okay, now you gotta stop. Let's stop. Okay, you gotta stop. Let me tell you what just happened. Let me tell you what just happened. Now I want y'all to hold that thought, because we're gonna pass the mic around the room, and we're gonna find out what kind of people we got in this room. I learned this at the last red carpet event. We had scientists in the room and doctors. I want to introduce you to Jasmine Lowad Barrientos.
That's fine, yeah.
Burritos. Burritos. All right, well, we working on my Spanish, so we working. She is the uncorrupted fighter. You can stand if you want, you can sit if you like. This is important. Don't worry, it's gonna be 5 minutes, I promise. And then we're gonna find out who we know in this room. Then we're gonna talk to Darius Craig, and he's gonna tell you what he's doing. Okay.
Thank you, Janice, and I am so happy to be around here, women, girl power. And I just want to let you, we're going to start with one quote. I think it's very important to start with this quote because we are an entrepreneur. I'm myself an entrepreneur as well. If you can fly, run, if you can run, walk, and if you can walk, crawl, but keep moving forward. Right? Dr. Martin Luther King. And his quotes actually empower me a lot when I'm depressed. Because I am the first Latina senator that is running for office in Virginia. And I can tell you girls, it's not easy. I have to face a lot of things. And when I say a lot of things, it's a lot of challenges. Because no one wants a woman of color at the assembly. And we gotta be very honest with that. But I want to talk to you about my life and a little bit about the biggest why I'm running for office. Obviously, I'm a woman, I'm an immigrant, I'm a politician, everything what America is talking about right now. So, but I strongly believe that in one part of our life, we were immigrants. Either before or after, we all can relate, we are descendants of immigrants. And greatness comes from immigrant people. Greatness comes from immigrant families. I was raised by a father who was single father, a retired military man who decided to actually quit pretty much his career as a military man and start raising us. That's why for me, it's so important to protect single mothers and single fathers. It's important to provide them with the tools to raise their families because nowadays we understand how hard it is to be a single mom and single dad. And because of that, I can tell you also that my education was done partially here and partially in my country. And what I liked, well, this is my country, United States of America, but when I was living there, back when I was a teenager and a little bit of college, I was able to graduate for free. I got a Juris Doctor, I'm a lawyer, thanks to the free education that country provided. It would have not been possible because me and my father, we had always the conversation about money. So money was an issue for us, money was stressful for us. It was always the conversation about how much money he can bring to the house and what he was cooking and cleaning and everything. In Maryland, I actually pass and help as an activist because my whole life is being community service. So I pushed the minimum wage to be $15, and I'm going to do the same thing in Virginia. They don't like me, but it's okay. And I'm also pushing education. I strongly believe that we have to push education, and healthcare is not a privilege. It's a must, right? And what we're trying to do right now, not everyone likes that, but it's okay, and we're shaking ground. But I'm gonna tell you the biggest why in a minute. But first of all, whoever thinks that is part of the 1%, raise their hands, because I'm not. And the thing is that if you want to be part of the 1%, you gotta have, they have actually access to a better healthcare, they have access to a better education, and we don't. So we're never gonna be able to catch up if we don't fight for it. So it's about time that we get united together, and girls, women, ladies, for some reason, we do it faster and better. Not offense, please, I'm not trying to offend anybody, there's wonderful gentlemen here. But something with the women that we got this tribe, and it's because we're moms and we see our kids and we want our children to have better education. We want our children to have college. We want our kids to be Ivy League school students, and we can. And in Virginia, we're pushing international baccalaureate in all the schools. But I'm gonna tell you the biggest why I'm running for office. And here comes something very sad that I wanna tell you from the deep of my heart. Me and my son, we were victims of hate crime. So this happened in Maryland. It was around 10 p.m. And I didn't know I'm gonna be part of all the news for the past 3-4 years. Me and my son, we were coming back from Chuck E. Cheese. We were returning a little girl. And then we found this man at the door. The mother was a little bit upset that we were late. We were just giving a favor. I was not even getting paid for that, but she was upset that we were late. And at the door, she called her friend, and her friend was this FBI supervisor that we didn't even know because he was off duty. And he was waiting at the door, and he started picking a fight with us. I was with my another 2 children, and I remember that next thing I know, he's chasing us, asking me to apologize to the mother. And I said, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, just let me go. I just leave the girl and let me go. But the guy kept chasing us. And I didn't understand the meaning, and I will understand the meaning of a hate crime. What happened after was that my son put himself in the middle to protect me because he was going to leave me and do something to me. And my son, actually, I saw him fleeing at the other street. He got his kidneys bleeding, he had a head concussion, he broke his arm. And not happy with that, he gunpointed him. And when he was on the floor, and I said, please don't shoot my son, my firstborn. Please don't shoot him. He was mocking and saying, fuck you Mexicans, why you guys don't go home? But this is my home. This is my home. So guess what I did, guys? And that's why it's uncorrupted fight. That's why I'm called, people call me in Virginia the underdog. There's a reason. I closed my business, which was a real estate business, and I had a partnership with a law firm, and I closed it as well. And day and night, I looked for a video, the video that it was filmed. And it was not easy, because even police said to me, no, he's not gonna put charges on you, don't put charges. I said, no, I don't think so. When my son was going to the ambulance, I was thinking, this is gonna be a justice for everyone, and I'm gonna make sure this never happens to anyone. No father, no mother has to face the abuse of authority. And that's what I did. And that's what I did. So in 2016, January, the FBI supervisor fainted at the courthouse because his sentence by jury trial was guilty. And I'm so glad because maybe it was not going to be easy if I don't have the background, but I can guarantee you one thing. From now on, the biggest why that you know why I'm running for office is because I'm seeking for justice for everyone. And I'm gonna make sure the vulnerable gets protected. And my name is Jasmine Moa Barrientos. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all.
Let's give Jasmine another round of applause, please. Now, we're going to figure out who we have in the room today. Who wants to go first? What's your name?
Nicole. Nicole.
What's your name?
Jada.
Let's find out. Let's talk to you. Would you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Javon Walker Jackson.
Say it again, I don't think they heard you.
We heard the doctor.
Dr. Jerome Walker Jackson, and I'm an insurance and retirement professional. I've been self-employed or business owner for over 10 years now, 11 years now. So I thought all of those of you who are entrepreneurs and those of you who are aspiring to continue to do that, as well as JMD and Janice, and continue this effort to support our local and international businesses as well. God bless you.
Would you stand up and tell us who you are?
Hi, my name's Darius Craig. I'm a senior at the University of Maryland, College Park. I'm pretty sure I'll be speaking to you all shortly, so I don't want to. You want me to do this now? Okay, great.
Okay. All right, in.
Wait a minute, how long is it?
3 minutes. All right. It's that long. All right. Elevator pitch. So, good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Darius Craig. I am the former chair of the Maryland Youth Advisory Council. I just finished my second term a few months ago. I am a senior at the University of Maryland, College Park, due to graduate in December. Finally. Thank you. With a Bachelor's of Arts in Government and Politics. Thank you. Because law school. Because my dream, my goal in life is to one day become the President of the United States. And, you know, time and time again, you'll hear people tell you, that's a lot, that's a big goal, you know, nobody wants to be president. Well, I would say I want to be president, or I wouldn't have said it. But main point of my goal in life was seeing at a young age, I had an interest in helping people. I had a skill. I love to talk to people. I love to communicate with people. I love to meet people. All of you are beautiful today, mind you. No problem. But, and you know, at a young age, I grew up not too far from here. Poor community, East Baltimore. My mother worked 2 to 3 jobs. My dad was unemployed and actually suffered from alcohol addiction. You know what comes with that. But at a young age, I picked up that there were a lot of issues within my community that need to be changed. There were a lot of things that I felt that I had the skills and the drive to go forward and do. For example, at the University of Maryland, Residence Hall Association, I became a senator in my freshman year. We identified that there was a problem with growing food insecurities on the campus. So what do? We switched from an a la carte dining system to anytime all you can eat. So before, students were given a budget. You could go to the diners and you had to stay within this budget for the year. But we switched it to anytime so that now students didn't have to worry about when they were going to get their next meal or worrying about running out of points or having too many points at the end of the semester. So that was to fight food insecurities. Recently, we had a problem with thefts in the dormitories. My freshman year, 2015-2016, I did research and introduced legislation to the RHA to build security cameras in the lobbies of the residence halls. That has been implemented, and burglaries and thefts in the residence halls have been cut in half since then. And as I just recently told you, I spent 2 terms with the Maryland Youth Advisory Council. I was the first person to spend 2 terms as the chair rather than 1. And during those terms, we worked to bring awareness to mental health in youth. I explained how I battle bipolar disorder, what I do, how I'm able to, you know, live with my disease. And we wanted to see how can we help other people live with theirs? What resources can we bring to communities to combat mental health disorders, or to at least combat the stigma that because someone has a mental health disorder, they are any different from the rest of us, that they are a second-class citizen, which is not true. So these past few months have been relaxing for me. I've been trying to graduate. It's tough. Anyone who goes to college knows senioritis is a real thing. But moving forward, no matter what I do, I keep my motivation and drive alive. Because I know that anywhere I want to go in life, whether it's to be the President of the United States, whether it's to be the first brothers to be the best plumber in the city, you have to maintain drive. You have to maintain motivation. That's whatever you do. So that's me. That's all I want to say. You all are beautiful. Whatever you do in life, do it right, do it perfectly, because no one can be the best you but you.
Thank you, Mr. Darius Craig. Now, you know, I want to get that photo because, like, when he's president, I can say, yeah, I already met him, right? Okay. All right, let's go on this side and talk to some people on this side. Would you like to talk?
Yes, I do. I tell people what services you have available.
I'm a cosmetology student at the Aveda Institute. We do hair services, color services, cutting services, do your nails. We have an esthetician program, so facials. I think we offer massages. I'm not an aesthetics student, I wouldn't know. But yeah, come see us at Aveda. We have complimentary service cards over at our table.
And tonight you're here to.
Tonight we're here, we can take you on an aroma sensory journey. We can massage your hands for you, touch up your makeup.
What about a haircut? Oh.
That means y'all should go out in the lobby and get your nails and your hands massaged because it's free. So if y'all not going, I'm gonna go and I'll tell you how it was.
More?
You're welcome. No, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ralph Johnson. I'm here today to, of course, sponsor and support Janice through my wife. My wife she's the one with Express Employment Professionals out there with the objective to employ 1 million people. So what we're doing is we're here to support the benefit, and we really like what's going on. We need to do some networking so we can make ourselves available to who's ever in the room. We're a staffing company, Express Employment Professionals, and what we're doing here tonight is just to network and find out who's who so we can help everybody. So my wife is the bashful one. She doesn't want to stand up, but at the same time, I'm taking a leave of absence. I'm a mechanical engineer, and what I'll do is I'll work with her to get this business going. We got to get it off the ground, but before we do that, we need to make sure that we're out in the field, networking and supporting Black businesses, or any business actually, because we're looking at green. So,
Right.
anyway, good evening.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Francois. I'm here to support Janice that I met in one networking event in Virginia not long ago.
In the blizzard.
Yeah, in Blizzard, yeah. She's so powerful. She's so energized that wow. We stay connected, and now I'm here in Baltimore. I'm really happy to be here today. So we are here because also we want to help to bring awareness around. Because today there are many stuff moving around. Today you cannot live without your cell phone, without your laptop, or whatever. We have to eat. We don't know that we are not eating right. So we have some tools that can help you to stay healthy or to get your health back from whatever health issue and build up a home-based business. So we are helping people to build up something, a home-based business, a wonderful home-based business. So that's what we are doing. So that's why we are here to also work with Janice will invite us, and we say thank you, Janice.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Trying to pass it off. Hello, my name is Miss Mack. They know me at Aveda Institute. I'm the campus team lead. I'm also an educator. I focus on the state board part of our program, which we are at 100% right now. So I'm so proud of us. But I'm just an educator. I give back. I've been in the business for 28 years. So I decided a year ago to retire from behind the chair and to go in the other part of the the industry, which is educate. And I enjoy it to the utmost. I love all my students. And that's about it.
We love you too, Miss Mack.
Can we take a picture, cause she keep ducking the camera. Thank you.
Janice, I'm gonna get you. Hi, everybody. Once again, my name is Jackie Walters, and I'm your International Ubuntu Ambassador. I represent the pageant system. Ubuntu is an African pageant. It's a wonderful pageant. But I can tell you this, when I wanted to compete for that pageant, I had paid my entry fee and everything, but life happened, and I couldn't compete. But when I went back to serve her, she granted me this wonderful title. Then on top of that, I have to share something with you all that's very disheartening to me. I just found out that I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was diagnosed last week. I went through this procedure 7 years ago and with my left breast, and I had the chemo and everything, and I was okay. 7 years have gone by, and I was diagnosed last week again with my right breast. But you know, I've taken it in stride. It was very hard to hear that diagnosis again, but I'm a queen in my own right. I'm going to beat this again. I'm a woman of 54. I'm 54 years old. I have 2 grown children, and I have a 16-year-old grandson. I have to stay here for them because, yes, he's a black man, irregardless of his age, and we all know how our black men are ending up right now. And I'm his grandma, and I'm not going to see him fall by the wayside because I've let breast cancer take me from him. I love you, Jermaine. I love you too, Janice.
Thank you. I'll tell you a funny story, Jackie, and I will laugh about this forever. I was trying to catch the car. We were in the parade, in the mayor's parade, and the car was leaving without me, so I'm running down with China. Jackie's sitting there, and she's just still composed. I'm like, wait. So I will always love you because Jackie said, you know what, you come and ride with me in the parade. I'm sorry, guys. And that's really interesting because most, love y'all beauty girls. You know I love y'all, right? Okay, I love y'all. But they don't share their cars with other people. They're like, look, this is, but Jackie did that for me. That's the kind of women we've got in this room today. And Darius Craig and Brianna Massey, to Slay Nashville's over there. I mean, look, it's amazing people in this room. I want to introduce you, speaking of your grandson, this is Mr. Marlo Hargrove, and he is going to talk to us a little bit about what he's doing. And please support our little girls. Our little girls are going around the room. This is their little money that they're making for themselves. They're doing raffle tickets that we're raffling off some prizes with. We have some door prizes, and then we're getting ready. We're going to do 3 more people, real quick, 2 minutes, and then we're going to break. I just want to let you know, again, excuse us. Well, I'll thank you. Aveda Institute is out in the lobby. Please, they came from Harford County to make you guys all look glamorous and wonderful and beautiful. So please go out and check out their services. I have some JMD bucks that we want to give to some of the people who did VIP tickets and things like that. Please support our vendors. Again, we talked about this earlier tonight. Go out and buy a $5 pair of earrings. I don't know, even if you don't wear them, give them away. Just go out and support people. It's important. They're here because they're trying to make money. We're here because we have these projects and we want to support. So please go out and support our vendors and the little girls who are trying to do their own little thing. So, don't stiff the little kids. Give them a buck. It's okay. Y'all got it, right? And so let me introduce you to Mr. Hargrove. We're going to do 3 more people. We're going to eat, and then we're going to party. We got a DJ, and then we're going to go see our vendors. We're going to do some live interviews on the blue sofa that's over on the other side. For those of you who want to be on our live stream on my website, we'll give you the links. You can use them on your site. And then y'all gotta send them out to all the other people who didn't show up, and we'll tell them that we were here, we had a good time, and oh well, we're sorry y'all weren't here. So come next year, right? And Channel 2 was supposed to come. I don't know where they are, but you know what? We're gonna make sure everybody sees this video. So when you go out, now let me just tell y'all, because y'all know how I am, right? Well, if you don't, I'm gonna tell you. When you go out, you stand in front of the backdrop, and you pose really pretty, real, you know, the guys, you know, stand up straight, you know, straighten your ties and all that. Talk about what a great time you had here. Lie. I had a wonderful time. Make it look good, because we're going to send that video out. Get some pictures with our beauty girls here. Support our pageant ladies. And, yeah, we're going to blast it all over social media. So if that's okay with you, that's what we're going to do. Where my millennials at? Where they at? Two? We only got two? I know. Okay. Yeah, okay. See. I know y'all know how to use social Instagram and Totagram and Ketagram and all those grams. So let's tell everybody. All right. Thank you.
Great evening, everyone. I'm gonna be real brief and use my 2 or 3 minutes wisely. But before I do that, I want to extend my hand to you and say you're healed in the name of Jesus. My name is Marlo Hargrove Sr. I am that individual that you all just discussed tonight. That homeless person, that incarcerated person, that mental disordered person. I'm that one who has no mother, no father. Mom passed at the age of 26, and my dad passed at the age of 28. No biological brothers and sisters, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. I've been stabbed, I've been shot, I've been pistol whipped, I've been left for dead, even slept in houses that they call abandonments when I'm in there with the rats and the roaches, and they looking at me like I'm invading their space. But I say, he who the Son sets free is free indeed. It's free indeed. And I'm gonna be real brief. On April the 20th, 2019, in the Penn North area of the Freddie Gray area, Uprising, we're gonna have our first annual community festival. I have flyers, I have business cards. Please, I encourage you all to please come out, because we're striving to put forth peace back into the city of Baltimore. Striving to do so. What better people to do it than those who have gone through it? Janice, I want to say this to you real quick. Here's my colleague beside me, who also been out in the trenches with me. Who am I to have ever thought that I couldn't make it? Running around the streets of Baltimore, Maryland, we were both feeling naked. With no job, with no hope, with no future, with no place to call home. Can't you feel the pain in my voice from the streets that I roam? See, Janice, I can't go home to mom and dad because I mentioned they are dead. Why, Lord, couldn't you have just taken me instead? See, I was the one on drugs. I was the one in and out of prison. I was the one that was too blind to see. That it was the Lord who kept and snatched me and gave me back my sanity. So when I go through life, and it was the Lord who came through when times were really hard. And it was the Lord who snatched me from out of the land of the Nard. So when I open my eyes today, Janice, and I begin to think how I thought I lost my mom and dad because of a drink. See, no more do I have to walk around the streets of Baltimore with a frown, because I believe they both up in heaven smiling down. So I say this to y'all, it is better to give. Why? Because people have to die in order for somebody else to live. Thank you, God.
To God, grace and mercy. To God, grace and mercy, me and my colleague together, we ran the street. Well, that was surely runs you out, they run you back in. And if God, whatever the devil's tensions were, God turns around and uses for divine intervention. God gets your attention. I ran the street with some guys. You might have heard the series of The Wire. Those some of the guys I used to run the street with. I ran with people who said you ran the tongue kissing around sleeping. That's what they would kill you. But my heart wasn't stony. There's the only thing that had come was that fast hour. Just want to give you this quick poem. The things I do. My name is Archibald Lee, ordained deacon at the Church of the Redeemer of the Lord. Substance abuse counselor for the Department of Social Services. They turned my life around, reinvented myself because most of all dismissed me. And I OD 11 times and God never allowed me to have angels. I was an alcoholic, crackhead, and with no thing. But God knew I was lost. Directed me from the street, drug corners to the cross. Deliver me from the prisons to the pews. Before the foundation of the world, God knew I could be used. From an alcoholic, dope fiend, crackhead, drug dealer to ordained deacon. Now God's given me instruction to teach others how to seek Him. To God be the glory.
Hey guys, one more after this one.
How you doing? Excuse me. I apologize if I get choked up. So, my name is Michael McLean. A lot of you might not know me. I'm Janice's son. When I was 5 years old, it was me and my 3 brothers. My dad left us. He wasn't around. He, long gone, story for a lot of people. Excuse me if I get choked up.
It's all right.
We lived downtown, over east, and when we were 5, my mom moved us out to Harford County. She didn't have any money. She didn't have any money. She went out there with a drink. And because of that drink, I'm here now. I go to school, getting my business degree, and after that, I want to go to Howard for my law degree. So I can go out and help people who can't help themselves. We talk about mother's love like my mom left me, like my mom didn't leave me. The opportunity for my mom to leave and do the same thing, or could have left, or could have kept us down there in Baltimore, that could have become a number. That's all it would have been. But because of her, because of everything she's done, it's been a long journey. So coming to these events, people back here tearing up, I'm proud of her. She's done a great job. I didn't know I was going to be talking, so I didn't prepare anything. But yeah, you're doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Good. My name is Brandon Evans. I was not planning on being up here, but I felt like it would be a huge disservice to my mother. It's her birthday today. Her name is Tammy Evans. So she begged me to come here. I'm here now. This is what you're gonna get. But a short story about me, where I came from and where I am now, and how my mother helped me out tremendously. I don't have a father, but I did look at all of my elders, man and woman, and I looked at the strength in them, and I knew there's something in everybody that kept them going when times were so hard. And I understand the ADHD. I definitely understand that I have it myself. It was tough. She was getting phone calls every week. She can tell you right now, it was happening. And I felt really hard. I was homeless. But once I found, I found a great job, a great career, but I still felt like I was missing something. I didn't have that strength in me. So I looked at my elders. I asked them what to do. They said, do whatever your heart tells you to do. I quit my job, got on a bicycle, rode my bicycle from DC to California because I wanted to see what I could do. And I did it by myself. Wow. 40 days. No money, no plan, but I started a business that had a ton of money, made a ton of money doing that. And I said, you know what, I can do so much more than just make money off of this. I want to show people that you can do anything you put your mind to and that your heart tells you to do. That's all I have to say. And my mother was a huge part of that.
Come on, mother, stand up.
Huge part of that. So I gotta think about it.
That's all I say. Say your business.
What is your business?
Art by Tiny Bracelets.
And you want people to do what?
Buy some bracelets.
And you are where?
I'm in Aberdeen, Maryland.
Where are you at tonight?
Right. Well, kind of like as soon as you.
Okay, we're gonna follow you out real quick.
I'm just saying.
Behind the backdrop.
No, yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Really?
too well, so I'm just saying. Okay.
Just started singing.
Hey everyone, just want to say I'm excited to be here this evening with you all.
Yeah.
My name's Cindy Skilton. I'm an agent with New York Life. I know. Right? So everyone kind of knows the whole insurance, but do you kind of know other things we offer?
No.
Have any idea about that? Okay. So besides insurance, we offer an array of financial products, be it retirement planning, be it business benefits, be it college savings. Basically, an array of planning strategies. So, ladies and gentlemen, life doesn't fit in one strategy. Okay, it just doesn't. So start a plan that kind of fits yours. What does yours look like? So if you're curious about New York Life, if you're curious about anything, I have a table out there. And I'm next to the bracelet. Okay, it's right there, all right? And have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Can people sign up with you and pay tonight?
There's no payment.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm gonna be over there to your table. All right.
I don't work
Good evening, everybody. How is everybody? It's so amazing listening to everybody's story and just hearing everybody's different backgrounds. It's amazing to being in this room full of diversity. It's really awesome. And I want to thank you for having me. I came on behalf of my husband, but this is awesome. My name is Olivia Wright. I'm owner of Right Choice Bookkeeping and Accounting, which is a full-service bookkeeping and accounting firm. I have over 15 years experience in the accounting field. I'm currently a City of Baltimore employee. I work with the Mayor's Office of Finance in City Hall, and then I do my business on the side as well. So I have like 100,000 business cards. So if anybody needs one, please see me when this is over. And thank you very much.
I got like 500 pens, so make sure I give y'all one because I'm not taking them back with me.
Hello, I am Mayenda. I am the owner of Royal Closet Boutique, located in Forestville, Maryland. I cater to sizes. Well, I go small to 3X, but I cater more to plus size. Anything you want, I have it. If I don't have it with me now, I can have it to you. So come out in the hallway and check me out. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start over. Tell me your name, the name of your company.
My name is Mayenda Getty. I am the owner of Royal Closet Boutique. I'm located in Forestville, Maryland. I sell clothes, sizes small to 3X. I also sell accessories, body oils, anything you need. I can get it. If I don't have it with me, I can give it to you.
I definitely need to come see you because Cynthia, you know I could not find my dress, so I should have been calling you, but that's why I know you are now. I'm gonna find you. Thank you. Thank you. Tell me your name.
Hi, I'm Virginia Ball. I'm a junior at my high school, Dallastown Area High School, and thanks to my Nana, I wouldn't have met Miss Janice, and this has been an amazing opportunity.
Love you. And did you tell them how much longer you have before you graduate?
I actually have enough credits I can graduate this year.
Awesome. Where the sisters at? Come on, where Nana? All right, y'all better hurry up. You know people hungry. They ready to go. Let's take a picture. Nana, you want to say something about your girls?
Well, all right.
My name is Barbara. I work in the county office department. I'm 63 years old. These are my grandchildren. I've been raising them since they were newborns.
Wow.
My husband was arrested 23rd. He passed away about 4 months ago. We raised these girls from 8 months, 3 years old, and 2 years.
They are beautiful.
Thank you. and do our best trying to make sure they get the right education.
It sounds like you're doing wonderful, Mom.
Nana's way.
That's the foundation.
Every young
That's
man. it right there. Nana's way. That's it right there. Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Let's give them a round of applause. They're amazing. Uh-oh. Okay, so we learned a lot about people in the room tonight. Let's put our hands together for everybody tonight. Oh my gosh. And this is Cynthia's mom. Cynthia's mom. Say, mommy. Hello. I love your daughter. I love her. Yep. Okay. Now, I want you to, there's a lady in the back, her name is Phoenix. She makes foot care and all kinds of holistic health products from scratch. Well, yeah, you can do that too. But we got, hold on. Look, there's a character guy who's doing drawings out in the lobby. They're $10. He is fabulous. Please make sure you get one. And the reason is because it has our event name at the bottom of the page, and I want y'all to remember this night. But it also supports him. He is an artist in his right. So please go and get that before you leave. And then feel free to help yourself with food in the back. And then we will have a DJ. Is there anything else I can do for you guys tonight?
Dance for us. Yes.
That's not gonna happen. You already know I can't dance, so real quick. Last but not least.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaylin Thomas, and some people know me as Kaylin, the multimedia maven. And I do writing for all forms of media. My background is having worked for 17 years at CNN as their first African American travel reporter. And so I am currently writing my book about my experiences working for them. And my passion is the African American heritage tourism and African American heritage preservation. And so those are the things that I write about. And I also sometimes do tours as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your name, please?
Hello. My name is Tamula Hardy, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 36 years. I've owned my own beauty salon for 20. But my passion is inspiring youth through the arts. And I have a t-shirt line. It's called Tug of War, The Struggle with It. And the mission statement is to uplift, encourage, and inspire the youth through the arts. Thank you.
Bring a t-shirt tonight to raffle off? Yes, I do. Okay, and she has a t-shirt. So for those of you that actually bought raffle tickets from our little mini entrepreneurs, we have a lot of really nice giveaways that we're getting ready to do for those people who actually bought raffle tickets. So here's my pitch. If you would like to buy your raffle tickets right now, please find a little mini mics and get a ticket from them for $1. Traherne Green, I love you.
I love you back.
Thank you for being my friend and my sister.
I can't help it.
Thank you to Vanessa Purnell, who was out in the lobby. She gonna fight me when I leave, but I love her. And thank you to Deborah Mason, she left tonight. And oh my gosh, I don't even know how to thank. Look, come on, Shelly, Deronda Shelly McDuffie. I love you. Thank you. Stand up. You look beautiful because you look good. Okay, there you go.
She's wearing cozy essentials.
Yes.
What?
Oh wow.
From my online boutique.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. And I just want to talk real quick to these two right here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Maria. I met Janice a couple times, and I gave you my sister's information, which is Sheila. We met at the grandparents thing,
know, at
and
the
you
conference.
photobombed me.
No, you was in my photo.
Oh,
See?
okay. Well, I am a retired police officer from the city. I work for the sheriff's office now, and I am also a chef, certified chef. So that is what I do.
And this is thank you. You made that real short sweet, but I got you better. I love you. Here you go.
Good evening. Tonight, I am Sheila Brown's husband and very proud of her. And that's why I'm not going to tell you what I do tonight. But tomorrow, I am Jerry Brown, and I'm CEO of Mass Creations Multimedia, which is a multimedia company that does videos, photography, we do clothing, everything. And we're located right here in Baltimore, started about 15 years ago. And we just moved into our second location on Sisson Street about a year ago. So tomorrow, that's what I do. But today, I'm congratulating my wife on her award.
Okay. All right, so let's stand up. I want to say thank you. We get ready to eat. You may dance and shop. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. I just cannot thank you enough for being here. And I just want to say God bless you to all. Thank you to DJ Sean. Thank you to all of the wonderful, all of our beauty queens, Mariella Pepin. Thank you to Jasmine, who's running for senatorial candidate Virginia. To Aisha, thank you, I love you. Cynthia Zaza, Melinda Pearson, Andrea Mayberry. I love you. Thank you. To all the mommies and daddies that are in here tonight, Francois Nougassier,
Yes.
I love you so much.
Thank you so
Your
much.
personality, he speaks French, by the way. I was at the French embassy and he said something to me in French and I didn't have a clue about what he was saying. I was just up in there taking pictures, you know. But I love you. Thank you. And he has a really great product. It's called the Negative Ions. You really should check him out. He's got 2 booths out in the lobby. Really take advantage of the vendors that are here tonight. I mean, pay them, not take advantage of them. All right, guys. I will see you around and about. For those that want to do interviews with us in front of the backdrop and on the blue carpet, courtesy of American Design Furniture Company. I want to thank them for bringing our sofas here tonight so we can do the interviews on their carpet. I hope to see you out in the other room. Thank you. Good night.